Hi everyone.
I'm struggling to get the hang of this.
So how's everyone doing? Hello. Just gonna wait for a few more people to join in. I'm really unprepared for these sprints, so I'm going to need to take a minute to set up. Hello, welcome. What's everyone reading? Oh my god, I'm so excited for you. How far did you get before you went on holiday? I'll share what I'm reading in a minute, I think. Just setting up the countdown timer. Oh, nice. Is this your first time reading it? I haven't actually picked that one up, but I've read my own recap on the website, so I know what happens. I did know that. I feel like we've been telling you to read these books for years. I actually think the first book is one of the weaker ones, though, because I think originally it was short stories, or that's how she started out writing it. And then it seemed a little bit like she struggled to mush it all together. But I still gave it 5 stars. Okay, so almost halfway. Hello, welcome. So I don't know how long we're going to be doing these sprints for. I'm thinking maybe around 3 hours and see how we do. Let me just test sharing the screen. Something always goes wrong when I try to do this. Okay. So I think Justine's joining in a bit. Judith should be here, and then Nick is coming later. Maybe Astrid? Oh, can you hear him clicking? You're being so noisy. He's really angrily punching the buttons on this game.
It's tough.
Okay, so what I'm going to be reading is a reread. I didn't put this on any TBR because I didn't think that I would be reading it anytime soon. Reading Heir of Fire, and I've just binge read the first two books in this series, which I have read before, so I knew what was happening. But I've decided to do a full reread and then finish off the series. And I'm kind of addicted at the moment, so this is all I can focus on. I think I blame Fourth Wing because I read that, and that made me want to read fantasy again. And I was like, I don't really want to read like epic fantasy, so I'm going to read Sarah J. Maas. Yeah, it does sound like an angry email. I can't remember who wrote the recaps for this series on Recaptions. I think it was my friend Judith. And they're actually really funny. She did a really good job with them. I think she did Air of Fire. She was on Sarah J. Maas's Street Team. I like to tell people this because it's good promotion. Let me just check. I was actually reading about some Sarah J. Maas drama as well that I'll have to tell you all later, that I found on the internet. Where does it mention the Street Team? Maybe it doesn't in this one. Yeah, they actually had a lot of fun writing them. My recaps are nowhere near that funny anymore. Apart from my Mistborn one, I'm still really pleased with that. That one's hilarious. So I think we'll start sprinting at about 10 past. We'll start for half an hour, and that should give everyone else time to sort themselves out and get ready to just read. I normally give more options than just the one book for my reading sprints, but I have this one by Ali Hazelwood, but I'm probably not going to read it because I'm reading Air of Fire at quite a fast pace, and I don't really want to put it down because they are really fun books. And I was actually surprised by how much thought she has put into the first book, especially, and how it connects with the other ones in the series. Because I've read up to Empire of Storms. I wonder if I can reduce the background noise. Maybe this will work. Okay. Well, that's a good size. I do find the blinking cat quite creepy. Oh, I forgot to ask, what are you reading today? I think at some point as well during these sprints, I need to do some productivity stuff because I need to get some recaps up or scheduled on Recaptains that we've already written. So maybe I'll share my screen while I'm doing that and you can watch if you're at all interested. Okay, I think this is just about ready to go. Yeah, we'll start now and go for 30 minutes. Hi, Judah.
Hi.
How are
How's
you?
it going?
All right.
Big day.
Yeah. It was quite nice actually to get away from work, even if it was quite a busy day still.
Is the place where you were far from home for you, or is it fairly close?
It was about 40 minutes, so it wasn't too bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's actually a bit closer to halfway between here and where Nikki lives, which is quite funny.
I think that's what you want for that kind of thing, so you can nip home if you forget anything.
Yeah, exactly. Or we can send someone over here. Or
oh, we should probably. It's me.
Oh, Kayla's here too. Hello.
Yay.
I keep forgetting to tweet when we're sprinting.
Don't you mean send a, what are they called?
I don't know what they're calling them. What are they calling them? An X?
I saw like a fake thing that was like, they're called Zeets now, which really
I
made
saw
me
that,
laugh.
and we're calling it this.
Oh, have I lost you?
It hasn't changed though. I can hear you.
Oh, that's good. Our internet is very pants here, so if I cut out, that's why. It's not me disliking you intensely.
Yeah, my app still hasn't changed, but my tweet deck has.
Oh,
that's now X. So
the X deck.
But they're still calling it tweet deck on the.
Well, I'm really interested to see how all of the copyright stuff, or not copyright, trademark stuff shakes out. That'll be very interesting.
That was in Japan, wasn't it? There were problems.
Well,
or was it just generally?
I can't remember. I don't know where Zuckerberg owns the copyright to X in terms of social media, whether it's everywhere or just in some places.
Oh yeah, I've got no idea.
It's one of those things where I'm like, someone tell me how it all shakes out in the end.
Yeah.
I'll read the full thread. I'll do whatever, but
I'm finding it all very amusing because it's just so stupid.
It was when we were at my parents back in like March, I think, maybe May. And my uncle, who is a bit of a knob, was discussing all the ways he thinks Elon Musk is a genius. And just every time something happens, I have the I don't, but I have the urge to just message him and be like, we still feeling that he's a smart businessman? Do we still feel that? Or are we...
I guess this is his most high profile fuck up.
Yeah. All the other ones have been sweep-awayable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first one that he's actually managed to change, I suppose. So that's why everyone's talking about it.
What are you reading?
Oh, I'm rereading Heir of Fire.
Ooh.
Have you read this series?
No, I haven't. I think I've read the first one a very long time ago. But I get a lot of Sarah J. Maas content thrown at me by Facebook and Instagram. I think they're really keen for me to read it, and I'm like, I'm okay.
I mean, it's not the best series, but rereading it, I actually enjoy it more than I did the first time because, I don't know, she actually put a lot of thought into the first bits, which I wasn't expecting.
That's good. No, I get the Sarah J. Maas book club or something, like, is one of those things. You know how Facebook never shows you anything you want to see anymore, shows up, and it just, every time I'm more surprised by how many people have specifically ACOTAR tattoos.
Yeah.
And it's just very much a thing of like, well, that is a decision you've made for your life, and I respect you. It is your body, and that is your choice. And I will be interested to see how you feel about that in the future.
Well, I was considering getting some sort of like literary tattoo, but then after everyone got Harry Potter tattoos, and now that has turned out the way it has, I don't think
anything where you can't tweak the meaning of it later.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see all that Sarah J. Maas stuff with her upcoming Crescent City book? No, I
no. Is there drama? I was reading about some other drama, but it's not got anything to do with Crescent City. Oh yeah, Marlene is reading Long Way to a Small Angry Planet.
Oh,
and we're all very proud of her.
I'm so excited for you. This next month is my month off, so I'm trying to finish some series because it needs to happen, and I think 2 of them are Space Sirens books from 3 years ago, where we read the first one and never got to the end.
Do you have Illusionary as well? I bought that the other day, and I just have to finish it.
That was one of the ones that I wasn't there for. I know the one you mean.
Yeah. I can't remember the name.
She's releasing 5 different editions with exclusive chapters.
What?
Oh, everything that our publishers just must be like, anything we can do, we will do. Do you remember when they
Mhm.
released the mini ones
Yeah,
where
I thought
they
were
had
quite
like
cute,
the
little
character's
Bible
name
ones.
in a specific color? And it was just thinking of like the logistics of getting these printed is nightmarish.
Do they actually sell that well? I would love to go on that.
I've
Is
no
it called
idea.
BookScan or something and see what her actual
Yes.
numbers are?
I want to know how many
Oh,
people bought like all of them, or if people really had like loyalty to
Oh,
only
people
buying
definitely
one.
are, I bet. I don't like the new cover though. Have you seen it?
No.
Let me share it because I'm sure everyone's curious.
Is it as good as those terrible Six of Crows covers? Where it was like pink.
It's slightly better, but I'll show you what my issue is. One second.
I'm excited.
What are you reading, by the way, Judith, while I'm searching for this?
I'm doing a reread of A Restless
Oh,
Truth
yeah.
at the moment. Because my other book is the third Rick and Rose book, and it's like 600 pages, and my brain is not prepared this evening.
I haven't read the first one yet, Marvelous Light.
Oh, it's good.
Share screen. And then this one. So this is the new cover, it's golden.
Uh-huh.
But my issue is, why is there something going into a hole?
Oh,
I
well,
hate
I
that
mean,
so
do we know
much.
why? I think we know why there's. I think we do. I think that there's a knowledge of why that is.
It's just so disturbing.
I'm
why
sure
have they done this?
I'm sure it isn't because there's no way they get away with it. But it has a very like AI art vibe of like
It does.
things that swirl together.
Yeah, it does. I don't think it's AI.
No, I wouldn't have thought so, and we'd have heard if it was.
Her new editions are AI, I think. Of House of. God. This is turned into a Sarah J. Maas gossip.
It's all right. Why not?
I love it.
Oh, Luna.
Oh, hello.
Sorry, Katie's just home, so we have to scream and cheer. Go see her downstairs. Yeah. There. She's the noisiest bean.
Oh, she's adorable.
Believe it or not, noises of joy.
So it's this one.
Oh.
I think the wolf is AI, and they've recolored it. But that was a bit of drama recently.
Mm.
More Sarah J. Maas.
Of all the people who can afford to pay a designer to do the book cover, like Sarah J. Maas is one of them. Oh dear. No, I got up to. I read up to the is it the four or the novella of the ACOTAR series, the
Silver,
the one that was
no,
basically
not that
fan fiction,
the
but of her own characters.
Froston
Yes, Night
Starlight,
of Frost and something or other. And at that point, I was like, I have to let go.
I've not read those. I read the first one, ACOTAR, and it was awful. So.
Luna, shush.
But she's so excited.
Hello. There you go. You all right? Good girl.
Marlene needs to read Marvelous Light. I would suggest a buddy read Marlene, but just don't go well. I try my best.
Oh, we've got an Angela. Hi.
Hello. We're just talking about some Sarah J. Maas drama. Angela would love this. I need to know Angela's thoughts on the new cover as well.
I think as a person who's not read barely any of her work, I'm the best person to chat about it and, the most qualified.
It's good to have like outside opinions.
So they've just released the new trailer for the next series of Dimension 20, which is like a Dungeons and Dragons show. And me and my friend who both watched it are like, ah!
Amazing.
They got Hank Green. It's going to be so good.
Oh, okay. Is it like watching people play it?
Yeah.
Right. Not an actual like TV show based on Dungeons and Dragons.
No, alas.
I see.
Though the Dungeons and Dragons movie is very good. I would recommend.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about, all the special editions as well. Yeah, I don't like the cover and I think it's gross. So I think someone should redesign it. Yeah, I agree. Reading a book vaguely in the same quarter works as a buddy read. I can still message you about it when I eventually get to it. I don't know what
It's
this
one of
means.
those. It's one of those programs. It's Dimension 20 is, but it's one of those programs where I'm like, I want everyone in my life to experience this, so I can talk to them about it because it is my like permanent hyperfixation. But it really is like, can you commit to 20 plus hours of watching for one series?
I will do it.
4 hours at a time. Yeah, me and Cole will chat about it. It'll be fun.
I'm just looking it up. I can't spell. This is embarrassing. At least it's not sharing. I'll send him the link later. I kind of like that this one is gross. It's the hole, Angela. It's the hole in the middle of the cover.
Maybe they should do it like, you know, those children's books where there's like you lift it through and there's something on the other side. We get to witness what it is.
Oh, I actually have a story about that. So there's an adult version in a bookshop in Amsterdam, and it's a load of penises, and you change the page and the penis goes through the hole. And so my friends and I were obviously laughing at this and thought it was amazing. And then this man walked past and told me to grow up. And I'm still quite scarred from that.
Oh, yeah, no, the
I think
people
it's
who made
very
the
rude.
penis pop-up book made it as a serious piece of art.
Yeah, obviously we're meant to be taking it seriously and appreciating it.
Only an adult could enjoy such a book the way the artist intended.
So now I can't go into any bookshops in case I bump into him again in Amsterdam.
Well, ever. I just generally, that's like the only way to get a book buying ban to work is pure humiliation.
I love the
why
Marlene's all for it.
We've got to persuade all the Waterstones employees to just bully Justine. It's fine.
Marlene, if you need to know, I think it's the American one opposite Waterstones in that square in Amsterdam. Go up one flight of stairs and the penis ones are on the left.
The penis section of
Why they made it gross, it has to be intentional. Maybe. Judith
maybe
thinks so.
they're not good at drawing like the end of a snake, so they were like, "Oh, I'll just make it go in a hole. No one will mind." Like when people can't draw feet, so they put everyone behind a rock.
Or like the AI that can't do hands. It's all coming
Everybody
together.
stood with their hands behind their back. Yeah, I think that's the only way.
You're welcome.
In like a week, we're gonna get a message from from Marlene that's just a picture of the penis book,
With
and
her
we'll all have
fingers through
forgotten
the
the
hole.
context.
Marlene, what are you doing?
Just having a day in Amsterdam. Oh dear.
This is not the way I thought this was going to go.
Look, you bring me on. You offer to host. Here I am.
Maybe the holes are referencing the. Maybe. That's a very deep thought for Crescent City. How long do you want to sprint for?
I don't mind. I'm happy to do whatever suits your brain.
Okay, should we do 45 minutes? The last one was only 30 and I didn't think that was quite long enough.
Let's do a long one.
Yeah.
In honor of the penis. Sorry if you get demonetized immediately.
I'm not even monetized, so it's fine.
Oh, there you go. You're fine. You're fine.
I don't care.
YouTube just shuts the stream down. Like, no, this is enough.
Oh, okay. Let's start.
See you in a bit.
Justine.
It caught me out, scared the crap out of me. Because
Oh, you can hear it this time.
oh, yes, you can hear it. It's like, are you okay?
Oh, I didn't realize I was sharing the sound as well. Sometimes it doesn't work. It scared her off.
Like, I don't know about this.
Out of question, Justine, is that TBR count up to date?
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is why I'm on a book buying ban.
Isn't
How's
that
that
close to what
going?
it was last time?
I think it was 1064 last time.
Oh, okay. It's not a massive increase.
You've done worse.
I can't let myself get up to 1100.
I'm with you all the way. I've never doubted you.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Me and Mark share a brain cell, okay?
Just chat.
Nikki is also here. Hello. Marlene's had a staring contest with the cat. Kayla's TBR is worse. It is.
I genuinely think about that sometimes. I'm like, well, could be worse.
What's Kayla's TBR? I'm intrigued now.
Kayla, have you counted your TBR? I feel like
She did a while back, I
Yeah.
remember, but that was, I think, last year in the group chat.
I remember we
Only
all like
group chat.
My friend who works at the local Waterstones, who I see once a week, has seen my book buying ban video and laughed at me. So yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm sure it's very
I'm just
motivational.
envisioning her like sobbing at the, I don't know that they don't work on commission. She's like, no, I've been buttering her up for weeks.
Whenever the whole family comes in, the manager just starts laughing and she's like, I'll get the pack mule ready for all of you.
Kayla's updating her TBR so she can tell us in a minute.
Ooh.
I watched it twice.
I would make a joke about all of my encouraging friends, but I would do
I feel like we're encouraging in a way. It just depends what you want at the time.
that's true.
I'm just going for an angle of shame is the only way that we're going to make this work.
Works.
Prove me wrong, Justine. Prove me wrong.
Literally, we finished Couch to 5K today, and literally the only thing that got us both through was the shame of having the other person also doing it.
I thought you were going to say you were rewarding yourself with another book because I just didn't know.
This is not the point.
No, the only time I've ever managed to do running is when I have somebody that I can like message and be like, I went, I did the thing. Give me praise.
Yeah,
I don't like going by myself.
we can be that person for you, Judith. Those people? That person.
Packing food for the weekend.
Raining, it's nice.
I think that's quite exciting though, Angela.
Ooh, that's very exciting. Where are you going again, Angela? I can't remember.
I also need community guilt.
It's helpful.
For me, it's a combo of community guilt and I pay somebody, so, so
Yeah.
I have to go
It's the money.
or I'm wasting money.
My boot camp that we've joined has a group chat, and so you have to. They've just introduced the thing because they're quite new that you have to message the chat or privately to book in. And I always feel really bad if I'm cancelling, so I haven't really been doing that much. And it's helping me stay motivated.
Amber, who's in the window? Which
That's
one?
Octavia. I think she's about to slip.
Oh.
Please be careful.
If we hear a crash.
Kayla!
Ooh. Friend. Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot.
R.I.P.
Very supportive of you. If you decide you
We're here for you.
we're gonna laugh, but we're very supportive.
To be fair, this is physical ebook and audio.
Yeah, that's the
With my
thing.
ebooks, I feel like I'd be like over 1,000.
Yeah, you're an ebook fiend.
Everyone's had the same reaction.
Just play the like funeral music.
She does. She's got so many. And her physical is only 1,000. Yeah, that's the thing. When I first got my Kindle, I went wild with free ebooks that were like self-published or classics that I just haven't touched.
This part of my routine was to check every day the like 100 free ebooks on Amazon.
I used to do that.
There's some good stuff, but I did have to stop at some point.
I just don't read ebooks on my Kindle unless they're from NetGalley.
Same.
Also,
Angela
if
thinks it
they-
doesn't count.
If they were free, then and they're online, that's just a file. That's fine.
Exactly.
Mind its own business.
Yeah.
No one plans to read this.
I did tell Mark yesterday. We were discussing my TBR, and last year I started counting up the amount of money I spend on books and like the value, like the retail price of each book, see how much money I'm saving in sales and in arcs and stuff like that. And it's a significant amount of money, but it's still a significant amount of books. So I confessed privately to you guys how much I spent in books last year, and it was like,
I don't think it's that bad.
Did it bring joy? It's all good.
yes, but it's also a coping mechanism when I'm having a stressful day.
There are worse coping mechanisms. You could be on cocaine.
And I tell that to Mark, and he says cocaine would be cheaper.
Depends
And
where you
easier
get
to
it from.
store, to be fair.
More trouble if the cats get into it, though. Sophia just
Billy
likes-
bookshelf full of cocaine.
A separate category in my bunch.
I do
I
that.
started
Books
to,
separate.
but then since March, I just haven't added anything, so I've lost track of what I've bought
Mm.
again. It could have been drugs. That's what I want to know.
That is
We,
I think
we need to help
heroin-
Mark.
I think it was heroin, which I have no idea if heroin is more expensive, but I think he said that. I said it could have been heroin. He said heroin would be cheaper, but
How
cocaine
does
is
he know all this?
I still in the 80s. I don't know anything about drugs.
Yeah, I don't actually know what's cheaper. I know that heroin's more addictive.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
all I know.
bad stuff.
Yeah, I just
I
know
got
that from a Reddit post.
Yeah. I got the just say no talk in like primary school, and I was like, cool, won't do that then. And here we are. It's all fun.
Yeah. In the States, we have the DARE program, where basically, I don't know if they still do it, but a police officer, ours was Officer Street, would come in and tell you about drugs and how bad they are. And apparently DARE was really effective on me. So,
It sounds like it if you still remember the officer's name.
yeah, Officer Street was great. He was someone's dad.
I love this.
Was it Frank
Oh,
or
I would
somebody in the
love to
UK?
have a DARE shirt again. Oh my god, they're so intense. I'll find a picture and send it to you guys.
Yeah, we need to know.
'Cause they're really intense.
I don't remember if we had anything like that in the UK.
Well, I remember maybe it was growing up where I grew up. It was an important place to do intervention. But it was either like I don't think it was Ask Dave, but it was something about like I think it was Talk to Frank, and it was
I'm gonna look
it was
this up.
essentially a website that told you all about drugs, which when you put it that way was more a research tool from people in my area.
Yeah, it is. It's still a thing, apparently.
Well, there
I
you
did
go.
know someone, a group of guys actually, my freshman year of college, who took like a pre-med like drugs course because they were drug dealers. They wanted to figure out what the best stuff was so they could get for the cheapest. It's like,
That's
I don't
amazing.
know if you're
Ah.
doing this right or you're doing it really right.
Where are we?
I-
Well, we talk penis pics and cocaine price.
And occasionally we read books.
Every so often.
What are you
I think-
reading, Justine?
Yeah, you haven't actually said yet.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We got distracted.
I'm trying to do 7 books in 7 days because I only read 2 books this month as of like the start of this week, which is not great. So I've got 2 Lumberjanes books,
Mhm.
and I was thinking I'd read one of these. I've got also the new Murderbot book, but I'm also reading this.
Mhm. Is that good?
It's very okay.
Okay. That's
But
all of his books for me, so I'm not going to bother reading it.
getting close to the end. I'm really interested in like the mystery of what happened because obviously there's gonna be some kind of plot twist because all these books have a plot twist. But I don't care anything about the characters. I just want to know like what actually happened. So I'm
Mhm.
about 150 or so pages from the end. So I think I might try to finish this because when I finish this, I'll be 1 book ahead. So I
Oh,
can spend
nice.
time. Yeah. So
Do you
that's
have the week off? Is that why you're
no,
you're trying to do one a day?
I just got TBR conscious and I was like, I need to read
Okay.
some books.
Just extra motivation. Amy is also here. I think I'm
Amy's
thinking I'll
here!
probably sprint until 9-ish, because then I'll definitely need to go to bed
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Amy's here, yay!
based on what over prescribing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've read a lot of books about this. It does sound like it's all the pharmaceutical companies in league with the doctors.
Yeah, it's really bad, the prescription drug epidemic, and it's like it was kind of poorer communities were definitely scapegoated when it was prescription drugs. And so oxycodone was the big one that kind of it like got developed in like the 80s and kicked everything off. I'm like really, really big into like white collar crime and stuff at the moment and like corporate fraud.
Somebody clip that so we can use it if Justine's ever on trial.
Maybe she'll become a defender or something instead.
I'd hire Justine.
Nick is asking what everyone's reading. I'm rereading Air of Fire. Just for fun.
I'm doing City of Stairs next. That's my plan.
Oh, you almost finished.
It's a reread.
Okay. I was going to say, Judith, I love those books.
I've got those. I need to read them.
Sigrid is my book boyfriend, and I don't know what that says about me.
I'm going to have to read it to find out who this is.
At one point, he's naked and covered in lube.
Like actual lube, or
I think it's like whale blubber, but yeah.
okay.
I mean, the sexiest of substances.
There's a reason for it. I love him.
Nikki read 3 books in 2 days, but only 1 off the TBR. She's not the goal here. Amy's working on her whip.
Ooh, that's very exciting. Is it the new Nina book or is it another one? I'm super excited. You're in the anthology, the Scholastic anthology, I think, which I'm like dying to get my hands on. There's like a Scholastic anthology of like YA horror that looks really, really good. I'm very excited. I've been stalking everyone who's in it because I think it's coming out soon.
Yeah, I've seen the promotions for that one. Probably from Amy. Black Heat by Bex Hogan. That's the new one, isn't it?
I've got that on my nightstand.
Marlene's reading Long Way to a Smaller Empty Planet.
Yay!
And everyone's very excited. And Astrid. Oh, hi Astrid. I don't know if you said hello. Is reading Eon. I've not heard of that.
Ooh, I love the Sci-Fi Masterworks books. I've not read a lot of them, but I like them.
And then Kayla's talking about buying more books. Kayla,
Kayla.
do you need us to intervene? Okay, I'll start setting up the next lot of sprints. What do we want? A shorter one or a longer one?
I'm down to do a longer one and then finish it off.
Mark is playing a game where he shoots people and apparently has a pet alligator, so I think he's very content.
What game's that?
Far Cry 6?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Katie played that. Yes.
Oh, He's got an alligator that has a t-shirt on and is very cute. I can't remember what his name is, but we can unlock other pets, and we're very excited to see what the next one is going to be. We're gonna do a pet pig, something probably more badass than that, but piggy adjacent.
Excuse me.
Cool. So if we do 45 minutes again, and then or 50 minutes actually, and then we can chat afterwards.
Nice.
That's so clunky. There we go. I'll talk to you in a bit. I need to stop using this thing because it keeps making me jump.
Scared the crowd because Sophia's here again. Oh my god.
I've got Junior and Bucky just staring at me.
Oh.
I'll meet it next time, I think.
I really need to figure out lighting above this window or something, because I just slowly like descend into looking like I'm in witness protection as the evening wears on.
I don't know, I like it. It's quite ominous.
Yeah.
It's my goal. How did it go?
I'm getting to the exciting bits now of Aerofire. The beginning, I didn't remember that it was such a slog. But it's okay now.
You've read these before, haven't you?
I've read the first 4 books and the novellas. So I'm trying to reread so I can finish off the series, because I read Fourth Wing and now I really want to read fantasy, like not light, but easy fantasy books.
Gotcha.
And I don't want to read thrillers at all. So there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, you're broken.
Yeah, I think I am.
How about you, Judith?
Good. We've met your boyfriend. I have to say, I did pinpoint the description. I'd forgotten he only had one eye, so that's interesting to know about you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
His shirt is open-throated with no scarf, and he wears a wide-brimmed grey hat at a piratical angle. So there you go.
Forgot you were a hat too. That's a bit of a red flag.
Incredibly broad in the shoulders and back, but there is not an ounce of fat on him. So there we go. We've learned something about Justine today.
There's that TikTok sound that's like, I don't know what it is, but there's something about this man that when his life went to shit, he got so much hotter.
Yeah.
I read about almost 50 pages.
Okay, so you're almost done.
I have picked up on something that I think is going to be part of the big plot twist, which if it is, I'm glad I stuck with it. Because, it's like a throwaway line, but I was like, I think I know the thing.
If it does turn out to be the twist, will that make it better than just okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The story is really interesting because it's basically like, I don't know if anyone's read it, but it's set in the 80s, and it's about a woman who is like a caregiver, like a nurse for the elderly, and this horrible thing happens. One of her patients dies because of like negligence on her part. So she has one last chance at a job, and that is to care for this woman who is almost completely paralyzed, like a stroke. She's very elderly, but she also in the 20s was accused of murdering her entire family, but was never like tried or arrested or anything like that. So she's kind of been this recluse her whole life. So she goes to, this is all takes place in her hometown. So she's always known about this kind of like crazy murder that's happened. So she goes to like this crumbling mansion up on the cliffs where this woman lives, and she's basically taking care of her, and she's trying to kind of like find out what really happened. And this woman has like a typewriter in her room, so she's kind of slowly, because she has limited use of her left hand, she's kind of very slowly typing out what happened, and things happen. So the story itself is really good. It's just the caretaker's really dull, and I think there's this kind of like quasi romance that they're trying to put in, which is kind of So I want to know what happened the night of the murder, because that's the whole big thing, which is quite good, but the rest of it is fine.
I do find that with his books, is his characters are just so boring and dull.
Really? Yeah, I've never read any of his stuff before, but yeah.
But the plot and mystery and stuff is often quite good. I know some people had a problem with that, the one set in the car.
No, I've not read any of his other books. I have
can't remember the name of it.
I've got one. It's it's the red and black cover.
Final Girls, his first one.
Got it. Okay. What was the one that I have? Is that the one that I have?
I'm trying to find the one that I'm thinking of. It's not The House Across the Lake. Survive the Night is the one I'm thinking of. Everyone hated that twist.
Really? Okay, that's interesting to know.
It makes me more intrigued. I want to know why they hated it.
Oh my god, I could just check my flippin' TBR. Hold on. I'm trying to match it. The book is in the other room because the S's in the TBR are in the other room.
Okay. You have to split them. So he's done these. Are you thinking of Final Girls?
Home Before Dark is the one that I've got.
Oh, that's green.
Oh, the copy I have is red.
It might just be the UK edition.
Yeah, that's true. But
I don't think I've read that one. I've read Lock Every Door and the other two.
And I've finished
Yeah.
Mechanicus 12
Drop it.
also. Pop that down here. This room is a mess. There's just books everywhere. There's piles and piles of books. The one thing, Mark is always like, I don't care about the books. Like, have as many books as you want, but if they could go on the shelves and none on the floor, that would be great. And there's so many books.
I can see the
Like,
piles.
that's a stack of proofs that I need to either get rid of or chop up. I've got all of like this like massive. It's so tall that I like can reach it while sitting down. I've got this massive stack of books next to me over here. I've got more over there. Like,
You need to send pictures to the chat.
oh, you know what? I will. Hold on.
Just as Nikki has said that as long as there's a system.
Let's see if I can get. There we go. We got some
Just
on my
seeing
desk.
how
Don't
everyone
touch
else
what
did.
the floor is.
Yeah, the meow is making everyone jump, so I think I'm gonna have to change that. But it's the
so-
one that shows the best on screen, so I think if I just mute it, it's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very like it's so realistic. It sounds exactly like Sophia does, like the troubles, which she's usually pretty troubled. But
40 pages is still quite good in, what was it, 50 minutes? For
yeah,
hard sci-fi, that's really good.
hard sci-fi is not the easiest.
Amy got lots of editing done.
Ooh, that's so exciting. I've got Mina and the Undead on my shelf amongst thousands of other books. I really need to read it because I've heard.
Oh, have you not read it yet?
No,
Oh, it's so
and
much fun.
in the 90s, which like come
You'll
on.
love it. I'm convinced. I'm trying to see if you can see them on my shelf, but I think I'm too far away.
I can see City of Brass, and that's about it.
Oh yeah, my display shelf. I've got the entire series there, and then the Becky Chambers collection as well. What else is going on?
Oh my god, I've just seen Kayla say she's debating buying another TBR cart. Kayla.
I haven't gotten to that message yet.
I do support that though.
I resist
I think
my
we're all
urge to have
broken
my
as a
TBR
witch.
cart rant. Nobody's wheeling their TBR anywhere. Get a craft supply cart.
Once again, full of Mark. I wanted a TBR cart, and he was just like, "Where are you going to bring it? Why do you need it on wheels?" I was like, "That's a fair point. It's cute."
Well, at least you're in a flat though. If I got one, I'd have to drag it up and down the stairs.
I need to install a TBR cart lift.
Yeah, or just get two.
Like a book dumb waiter
Yeah,
situation.
a book waiter.
Through my airing cupboard. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Really mixed
oh.
bag. I don't think I've read any of them, to be honest. But I
They
can see how that would happen.
I've read a couple, but like the more famous ones, like Dune, I think is in it, which has like one woman. To be fair, she's pretty cool. But like, yeah, I've read a couple of them, and they really are a mixed bag. Like anything that's older than like 2007 for sci-fi seems to be. I love it, but yeah,
Luna.
You do wonder what they were doing in the 1900s. Kayla's also in a fantasy slump.
Hmm.
Yes, I don't know what's happened this past year or so. I've just not been
Hmm.
reading any.
same. I've been reading a lot of horror.
Yeah, I've noticed you shifted more to horror
Hmm.
recently.
Feels fresh and new. I feel like I know a lot about fantasy at this point.
Mm. Oh no, a meeting.
Ew.
Yeah, I can't remember any of Riley Sager's. Like, I remember bits and pieces, but I wouldn't be able to describe the plot. I don't think.
I feel like they feel like, and I mean this in no kind of disparaging way, but they feel like airport books or like beach books. You
Yeah.
can tear through them. They're really fun when you read them, but they don't necessarily stay with you forever. So
Yeah.
I love those kinds of books because you can just like destroy them in a day or two.
Yeah, they're good for holidays. Yeah, I still haven't read the new Ruth Webb because it sounds
She had one.
like she's going in a new direction. Yeah, it's called
Zero
Days,
something.
I think. Zero something. But she seems to be leaning more towards like crime now than thrillers.
Interesting.
Or crime
Zero
thriller.
Mr. and
Astrid
Mrs.
has added 62 books.
Ooh. Ooh.
I think I'm probably on par with that, to be honest. I'm doing really badly.
How many books have I acquired? Let me see. Although these are not unique copies. So like if I get like I had a NetGalley copy of Amina Al-Sarafi and I ended up getting the audiobook, so I counted that as 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I have acquired 183 books this year so far.
Oh, wow. But your TBR hasn't gone up that much somehow.
No. Well, by comparison. Which I started at 10:35?
Yeah.
Stopped logging my stats, but I do start 10:38. No, yeah, 10:38 was how I started the year. It could be worse.
Yeah, so comparatively. You're still under 1100.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, now I'm at 1077.
Mm.
So, you know.
Half up. What's going on? Cadence is in Wales. Yeah.
The cart designed to carry like yarn and needles. It's just like, help me, help.
Yeah, 0 days.
Who I don't think blogs anymore. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Jen. But she was saying that she lived at home with her parents, and her parents were convinced that her shelves would be so heavy because there's so
I
many
remember
books
this.
on
Yeah.
the floor. Yeah. It's like I don't think that'll happen, but that is a valid concern. Scotland is terrible for TBRs. It's such a good book shopping place.
Ray is asking what your socials are so that they can follow you.
I'm dead good book reviews in theory in most places, but I'm really only on like my Discord, my Patreon, and YouTube. The places where I have cultivated my own people.
A group of strange people like us. I should read that. I'm mostly on TikTok and Instagram these days. I just shut down my YouTube channel. And I'm on Threads.
How is Threads?
It's fine. There's like a feeding frenzy the first day when like kind of I think overnight for us in the UK it was like everyone joined from America. So I woke up and suddenly Threads had blown up. So I joined, gained like 300 followers, and now almost nothing.
Wow.
But it's fun. I like it. It's kind of like where everyone goes into goblin mode and is just kind of unhinged, which I appreciate. I feel like it hasn't gone like toxic like Twitter yet, but that's coming at some point.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Astrid wants to go to Worldcon. That's what other people were talking about, weren't they?
Yeah, I've got tickets. I'm second guessing as I usually do for any big event, but we've got
I do that.
tickets. So I'm scared. Oh, bye.
Oh, bye. See you later.
In my head, I know that there's a time difference, but my heart doesn't know it. So I keep being like, what on earth? Has Kayla got a meeting at 9?
I know,
She's very
right?
dedicated to her job.
They're definitely using you.
Unthinkable.
Yeah, I don't think I'll go to Worldcon next year. I
Mm.
kind of want to, but I think I'd probably like just second guess it, like you said, and just freak out. So
I think
I want to try that crime festival though
Mm.
that just happened.
Mm.
Oh, is it Harrogate? Is that the big
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Bloody Scotland, which was fun. I took my mum, who's like the
Okay.
queen of murder. Fictional. Like that.
Fictional.
Have I shown you, Amber? Have I shown you my mother's crime collection?
I don't think so.
Incredible. They had
So,
to have
murder, arson, armed robbery.
it's just for police file. They had to build like special bookshelves in a hallway in our house to house them, and we call it Murder Hall. I'll show it to you.
Oh yeah, that's so cool. I love that. Is it for like books or is it for case files? My uncle had a whole cupboard full of case files that he left at my granddad's house when he moved out. So I used to read those when I was younger, which I
That
think
explains
explains
a
a lot.
No, it's all crime fiction. It's all book.
Okay.
It's like a collection spanning back to like the 70s.
Oh wow, that's so impressive.
She's a book
Is that all that she reads, or does she
She's
branch
read
out
almost
as well?
all of them. Yeah, so they're all books that she's read or is planning on reading.
Okay. Nikki
Leah's
is also off.
Book, and she's so excited. Ooh.
Sorry,
See?
did you say Julia is or she is?
My sister is, yeah.
Okay,
She's written her first like historical crime novel.
that's exciting. I might actually read that one because I don't get on well with historical romance. So.
No, same. Her last book stressed me out so badly that I started crying 3 times and
Oh god.
got back to 50 pages. So yeah, but crime fiction, very exciting. Sorry, I interrupted Nikki's comment.
Oh, it's okay. She was just saying she has to go because it's sewing bee final time. I think we were all about to log off soon anyway. So
I'm about to fall asleep.
I can tell you've gone very quiet.
My body's like, no.
Yeah, time to die.
Thank you for hosting, Amber. This is much more
worries.
reading done than I would have done
Yeah.
otherwise.
Well, thank you for joining. I'll probably do them again next week, but I don't know the day yet.
Yeah, I have Patreon live streams Wednesday nights that I should mostly do.
Okay.
But we can
Super
always
quick,
segue in.
super quick. Astrid, we can definitely meet up at Worldcon if I go. Just super quick to say that. Yes, please, absolutely, because that will make things a lot less frightening. But yay! Sprints are always good. We love sprints.
We do. They are actually very motivational. I was motivated this week anyway because I'm reading Throne of Glass, but once I start reading other stuff again.
Yeah. I might start Fourth Wing this week.
Oh my god, you should live blog it to me because it will be hilarious.
I will give you all of my I was worried that I'm like annoying you too much if I do live reactions, but I've
No, I love them.
I'm not. So, especially because my reactions tend to be quite a lot. So
I've got another friend also called Judith, and live blogging like Fourth Wing to me at the moment is the best. I love it.
yes. All right, I'll do that. Ooh, sprints at 7:30
Ooh,
tomorrow.
good to know.
I might see if I can manage that. I'm off tomorrow, so
I can probably make it actually. I'm at boot camp until 7:45, so I'll have to join late, but I can definitely get some reading done. I'll still be reading the same book.
We're going to the Barbie movie.
you have to report back, please.
I can't say it normally because there's that TikTok of the guy whose girlfriend has like a really thick Boston accent, and I can only hear it's the Barbie movie.
I thought you were just like overtired and losing.
No, just everything is her voice. She has taken me over. I am possessed by her.
I love it. It's like me with that the plane TikTok. I
Yes.
keep quoting it, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about? He is not real."
He is not real. I don't know. That haunts me for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, amazing. Anyway, thank you so much. This has been an amazing conversation.
Bye. Ooh, report back on Oppenheimer as well. Bye.